Welcome to the first of a series of videos that I'm using with probability concepts. Today we're going to be looking at the language of probability and how we should be making our notation and making sure that we're using the right language. So x can be any variable, so it might be the probability of a car coming down the road, it might be the weight of a kiwi, it might be the result of rolling a die, it could be lotto numbers, it could be anything. Generally X is used, but there's no reason why another letter couldn't be used as well. So when we are talking about X is equal to 5, obviously we are talking about this value here. We can use the same words that that have the same meaning. So x is the same as 5 means exactly the same as x is equals 5. X is more than 5. We've suddenly got a range. The key word there is more, so it's not equal to 5, so it must be 6 and going up. So they're the values that are more than 5. Again, x is over 5 means the same thing, so we can represent that on a number line like that. X is equal and over 6, so that's slightly different, that we do include the 6. It's equal to and over 6. The next one, x is greater than or equal to 5. Again, slightly different words. Equal to 5 or over. X is not more than 5. So that one's a little bit confusing, but we can start on 5. We actually shade in the values that are less because they're the values that are not more than 5. I've included 5 there because 5 is not more than 5, it's 5. X is between 3 and 7, can be represented like that. And x is not less than 6 and more than 4. So not less than 6 means that it's going there. I presume it means not more than 4. Not more than 4 would be that. So these are the values that are less than 6. So between 4 and 6 is less than 6 but more than 4. So we have to be a little bit careful with the language we have. Now with the notation, where you have a P with an X, it means the probability of event X happening. And then we have A is less than B and A is greater than B. There's a slight variation when we have the equal to or greater than. So it means A is less than and equal to B, and the second one, A is greater than or equal to B. Now it's always a little confusing with the language with the shapes and things like that. There's a number of different ways of remembering it. The classic way that I always teach the junior boys is that there's a crocodile, and the crocodile's always interested in the bigger hamburger compared to the other one. Why would it go for the smaller one? And you can notice that our crocodile's mouth is pointed that way. It always opens up the greater number. So in the case here, we've got 3 is less than 4. This is the 3 because it's the smaller hamburger. That's the larger hamburger because it's 4. Right. The other one that you can sometimes think of as an elbow, again, makes that shape. Okay, and you never elbow the smaller brother. you always, sorry, you never elbow the bigger brother, you always elbow the smaller brother. So that's another way to remember it. Or the easiest thing is it always points to the smaller one. Hopefully that helps you a little bit with trying to remember a lot of those signs. So if we take a look at these ones, probability is exactly the same thing, but we're just using the notation. But the probability that x is equal to 3, just looking at that specific point there, and that x is greater than 3 is 4 going up. Then we have x being less than 3. Oh, don't do that. So it's 2 going down. The next one, x is greater than or equal to 4. So that's where we can actually include the 4 going that way. The next one, x is less than or equal to 4. So that's that one. X is less than and equal to 9, but it's greater than 5, so it must be 6. So it's that region there. The next one, P, is greater than 1, so it starts at 2, and then all the way up and equal to 6. Oops, don't include that part. And the last one's a little bit interesting, is that it's greater than 7, so it's 8, and it's less than 1, so it's those values there. So you will get the hang of it. It's just a case of going through and just making sure the language, your workbook, the Walker book, which is what you've been which you'll be working from. It's got a really good section on looking at different options and things like that and different types of words. You are to complete the work that's in those initial pages. So go back to the lesson page in your OneNote and you can follow that.